cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I fucks with you.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, back in this thing. It's like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge-ito you're not finna get in nobody's college-ito. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that share button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Make sure you tap in. Leave a comment because we're going back to the chili giveaway. So when we get to 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we pick the best comment between now and 31,000 subscribers. We're going to give you some chili, big dog. So it's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. Once we get 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we let y'all know an exact date and exact time that we will be doing a live to give away that money. You got Cash App, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. Don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you get that chili. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment, that good subscribe button. TNN Trap News Network. We taking it back to the basics, man.
We're not here to incriminate anybody. We're not here to do anything like no police thing.
Of course.
But the story is the story. And Hustle's story and Hustle's journey and all this other things that we may have heard. Like, you know, you hear certain things and I'm laughing. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Hustle never in life ever get extorted. A nigga even say that to him is getting smashed out by Hustle. No matter who they are. Like Hustle really went and socked these niggas that y'all scared of, who say they running shit. Hustle really squabbled them. Mm-hmm. And really, we done have real shootouts in parking lots and stayed there while other people ran and the police came and shot at us. And been bailed out and been in the hood the next day. And when them things say, oh, we taking the shop. Y'all niggas ain't taking the shop. You gotta kill us. So these are real things that have happened. And we ain't got to say names, but this is real events that everybody from the area, they know. Because they was across the street eating popcorn, watching. Mm-hmm. And they like, man, we thought y'all, nah, you got the wrong guys. And so Hustle and Hustle story specifically is built on hundreds and hundreds of those moments.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like you watching Braveheart.
Yeah.
So, but when you see this, you're going to be like, oh, man, this guy Hustle is crazy.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network, and we are back at it again with another Rich Trapper investigative report brought to you by Benjamin Trappington. We are here to unravel the web of lies, the flu flammery, the skullduggery, and larceny, brought to you by Officer Rat Run Runner, a.k.a. CS2 Back, a.k.a. Cash Jones McElroy, whatever the case you want to call him, WACK100, where he is now saying that BLACC SAM has salacious and mystery paperwork surrounding his name. But if you go back to a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago by now, you remember when Wack was on Back on Fig, and it seemed like when he was sitting with Loose Cannon, the story was entirely different. And then you have to say that he was saying that 600 was a part of a situation, or saying that 600 was a part of a certain event, and then 600 went online and said that that actually wasn't true either. So it's a lot of conflicting stories. There's a lot of 1-2 steps like Sierra that just don't quite make sense by way of Rat Run Runner. And we're here to give you guys a quick look inside of that to let you know exactly what it is, what it ain't, and what it's going to be. With that all being said, let's jump right into this investigative report brought to you by TNN Trap News Network. Let's get into it.
So, Unc, I seen this clip this morning, right?
Which one?
I came in the late night.
Now, that extra brolic voice you hear that sounds like it smokes a pack of unfiltered cigarettes a day, maybe even two, that's Keita. She's not Big U's niece. She's not Wack's niece. She's a woman who's bounced around in clubhouse spaces and all over the internet, lying and saying that she was Big U niece when it benefited her. She lied and said that she was Wack's niece when it benefited her. She even lied to say that she was Nipsey Hussle's best friend or manager at one point in time. None of that has been true. She's just pretty much a flu flammer, skulldugger, and a larcener. But what do you expect out of a woman who sounds like she smokes 2 packs of cigarettes and hang out with WACK100 all day, especially the unfiltered cigarettes? Let's keep it going, though.
Kind of irritated because yesterday I seen the clip of you talking about what happened on Crenshaw Plaza, right?
Now, you hear her say, Wack, you was talking about the situation on Crenshaw Plaza, referring to the dispute between Nipsey Hussle and Big U. With that all being said, that was met with a stiff consequence after that situation because Wack decided to stick his nose in business that wasn't his, and Nipsey Hussle had to check him. But let's hear exactly what Wack had to say about that situation. Let's roll that clip.
Years go by, and this is when me and Nipsey run into each other at Platinum Motorsport on Melrose. He jump out, hey, Wack, what's up, homie? He need to holler. Yeah, we need to holler. That's exactly what it was. His word, homie, why you in 6-0 business? What you mean 6-0 business?
Sheesh. Sounds like that wasn't too friendly.
But what we do know is WAC's been getting marked off for a while now. But let's get back to unraveling these web of lies.
So I'll get up this morning. Now, I scroll TikTok and I see this video of Sam. Boy, I got so irritated. I done came in the late night and told the whole a BLACC SAM telling a story about what happened on Crenshaw Plaza. I get so irritated about this shit. When I tell you, Unc, he lies, and I never do this shit. I never do. You know that. You be trying to get me to tell this, brother. You gonna tell him I told the host? This nigga had me so irritated with the shit he said. This nigga said that Nipsey knocked out Big U. Fats knocked out everybody in the like the nigga talking about it was a shootout. I'm like, boy, where did you just come up with this goddamn story?
Now, let's pay special attention to the fact that she said one person allegedly knocked out another, and she claimed that to be a lie. But let's see what WACK says about that.
Wrong. Nipsey told him you and made a diss song about him. And his homie Fats fired on Big U, put him on his pockets.
Did you really just come up with this story after thinning your ass, nigga?
A lot of people say Fats knocked out Big U though.
No, the fuck he didn't. I was across the street looking, nigga. No, he didn't.
Wrong. Nipsey told him you and made a diss song about him. And his homie Fats fired on Big U, put him on his pockets.
And then, I think niggas forgot, right? We gonna forget the fight that happened the night before?
Who fought the night before?
Let WACK tell you. I'm gonna see if he's gonna say what I said.
Wait, now what happened?
You forgot the fight that happened the night before?
You talking about when TD was in the hall in the
Hey,
was in the alley dance?
Hey, Bumpy, what I say this morning? What I say this morning?
You know, I know what's going on. Niggas in the alley dance.
Y'all gonna tell me this ain't what I said in the late? Me and WACK never had this conversation.
No, that's what happened. 600 was in the motherfucking lot.
On God in heaven, he was there.
Yeah, when they.
Cause 600 of them told me to go home, and I said, "Yeah, I'm going home. All right, I showed it."
All right, so they saying 600 was there. Let's take it to 600 and see what he has to say about this situation.
Bro, that nigga would have never said nothing to pull up on nobody if I was with her, bro. That would never happen. Nigga would blew that nigga face off, my nigga. Nigga come playing with me, he gonna die, bro. Anybody. You come disrespecting me in my face, you gonna die, bro. Ain't none of that, bro. Ain't none of that. Squabble, whatever niggas want to do, bro. Y'all see how I push. So it's just how it happened to be with the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I told Nip when I seen him, like, bro, I see what you're doing, bro, and I got you. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is, though. That nigga would have loved how we dismantled that nigga draws now, though. He was like, that nigga 600 on that nigga draw. Ain't had nobody to stand up for him from my neighborhood, bro.
Now, the way this soggy sack of potatoes tells the story, it seems like he wasn't even there. He says if Nip would have had him by the side, the if would insinuate that you weren't there. And then he makes threats towards Big U saying that he would have pow pulled the trigger, so forth and so on. So, not really sure how this makes sense when we have so many conflicting stories. But we get even deeper than that. Let's continue this flambery, skullduggery, and a whole lot of larceny.
Yeah, the daddy came out with a bat. They took the.
And Sandman fired on the face.
Yeah, Sandman fired on the daddy. Sandman he one of them. He's whatever, urethran, whatever. Yeah, all that. BLACC SAM fired in the air. Police from across the street returned fire.
Am I lying, Uncle? Or was it like a 20 versus 10, nigga?
Yeah, and I'm trying to understand how you didn't go, nigga. I just got out the penitentiary. They got you dead bang busting in the air with the gun. They returned fire.
Back up later, WACK said they called him dead bang busting in the air. Let's just hold on to that.
We got back to that office. Nigga, they kept Big U and I think Sam, like detained them niggas on some shit. They was trying to figure out who was shooting and they figured out it was Sam, but they let everybody go.
I gave the nigga wife the bail money.
Now, let's keep this in mind. Sheeta said that Sam shot into the air and the police detained him and Big U because they weren't sure which one of them had discharged the firearm. When they realized that it was Sam, they kept Sam and everybody else was let go. Then you have WACK say, yeah, I know because I gave the ninja's wife some bail money. How would you give Big U's wife bail money if Sam was the one who the police detained, or better yet, took into custody for discharging the firearm and it wasn't Big U? But let's run this situation back one more time just to make sure that we're not tripping.
We got back to that office. Nigga, they kept Big U and I think Sam, like detained them niggas on some shit. They was kept Big U and I think Sam, like detained them niggas on some shit. They was some shit. They was trying to figure out who was shooting and they figured out it was Sam, but they let everybody go. And they figured out it was Sam, but they let everybody go. They let everybody go. They let everybody go.
You didn't, I gave the nigga wife the bail money.
Trying to figure out who was shooting and they figured out it was Sam, but they let everybody go.
I gave the nigga wife the bail money.
Because they weren't sure who discharged the firearm. That makes sense. But upon realizing who did discharge the firearm, Big U was let go. Sam was taken into custody, obviously, and WACK saying that he gave Big U's wife money to bail him out. How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense for Big U to have been taken into custody at all if he wasn't the one who discharged the firearm. Therefore, it wouldn't make sense for you to have given anybody's wife any type of financial compensation or financial gift or any type of financial gesture towards a bail money if you didn't have anyone to bail out because he didn't go to jail. We know you didn't offer any money towards BLACC SAM, so it's just these dudes lie so much they don't realize that they lie within the same sentence. But let's continue the content.
They go get the nigga. Nigga can't tell me nothing. That's why I be looking at all these niggas.
So Bumpy, you gonna think I'm crazy? Me and WACK never had this conversation.
You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead on and do it, nigga. We need to see the police report. We need to see what happened with that case, Sam. Cause everybody I've been trying to get. I don't know if you been saying my name, but these niggas keep popping it like you got an issue with me.
Nah, he never said your name, but
now, this man's so thirsty for attention, so thirsty for a moment in the sun, she just kind of shut that down immediately. Nah, he never said your name. Man, they keep saying like you popping it about me. Well, he actually never said your name, so simmer down, tea kettle, you're about to boil over.
The thing is, the story he's telling, they feel like he's telling a story that don't match yours. So, you know, I got love for Sam, but now Sam, I've never spoke on this. And I was across the street watching. So now your story does not match mine.
Yeah, no, nigga. You talking about?
And I was for sure there.
That nigga was busted. That nigga busted in there 3 times.
I remember that shit because when 600 got back to the office, me and Chris was there. That nigga KOTD, everybody came back except for Big U. And we like, where the hell?
Got back to the office, 600.
It was 600.
600 was there, huh? This same 600?
Bro, that nigga would have never said nothing and pulled up on nobody if I was with her, bro. That would never happen. Nigga would blew that nigga face off, my nigga. Nigga come playing with me, he gonna die, bro. Anybody. You come disrespecting me in my face, you gonna die, bro. Ain't none of that, bro. Ain't none of that. Squabble, whatever niggas wanna do, bro. Y'all see how I push. So it's just how it happened to be with the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I told Nip when I seen him, like, bro, I see what you're doing, bro, and I got you. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, though. That nigga would have loved how we dismantled that nigga drawers now, though. He was like, that nigga 600 on that nigga draw. And you had nobody to stand up for him from my neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, somehow them two energies just don't seem to add up, but all right, y'all business.
Yeah.
600 ain't from that.
No, 600 was there because he was one of the first niggas before Big U to tell me to go to home, and I waited for all nigga. They pulled off damn near 9-10 cars deep, and I looked at Marcus and I said, if he ain't going home, I'm seeing where these niggas going. And we followed behind them niggas and pulled over into the Louisianas and watched.
Yeah, this song had happened. He had went out with Johnny Sipes and called back and told Big U he didn't think his name and his shit fit his movement.
And he was mad about that goddamn song.
That song, yeah. Oh, he had just threw a bottle of water on the nigga the night before.
Threw a bottle of water on who? Who threw a bottle on who?
On Nipsey.
Yeah.
You did?
You did. Yeah.
Because niggas won't. No,
he
niggas
walked in the studio. He said, hey, this song about me. And Nipsey, I ain't gonna lie, he started breaking that shit down on some Buster shit.
Now, it it's interesting how high power you are about the situation in 2026, because back in 2025, you were on Back on Fig with T-Rail and Smack, and you had an entirely different energy. That's WACK100, that is. Let's take it to Back on Fig and see exactly what he was saying about Nipsey Hussle in this exact same situation back then.
We did the Nip thing for him. I told him not to sign Nip. I told him, I said, bro, I don't think you sign him, right? He like, what you mean? I said, because the way dude move like a little boss.
Yeah.
And I know how you are. You want to control, right?
That ain't gonna work out.
Hey man, but I guess when you lie as much as Wack does, it's hard to remember what lie you told and when you told it. But just as a little reminder, that was his energy last year when he was over at Back on Fig with Smack and T-Rail sitting down next to Turtle.
Talking about, oh man, I was high and whoop-de-woo, and he threw the bottle of water at him. Whoop.
And then after that, Nipsey was just like, "Phone about you."
Yeah. You gotta get out.
Hey, watch this. Go back and listen to the late night replays.
You told.
What Big U have in his hand when he was swinging on Nipsey? He didn't swing on him with both hands.
No, but see, I don't remember. I remember him throwing the bottle of water.
Oh, I'm talking about the day niggas went on Crenshaw and Sloss in the fight. When they was fighting in the alley, what did Big U?
He had the BlackBerry in his hand.
He had like a camera, a phone, or something in his hand recording.
What the fuck is all that, baby?
Hey, but when he threw the water on Nipsey, did Nipsey activate?
No,
Oh.
no. He
Now, let's run it back to Back on Fig, where Turtle, a.k.a. he who talked himself into an indictment, was telling a story about this exact same situation like he was there, and Wack was co-signing the fact that he was telling the story like he was there, and it looks like it's an entirely different story being told then. Let's run that back one more time because it seems like they forgot their lie.
That's when Sam came.
No, he didn't knock. No.
Well, he said he knocked him out. He said he knocked Nip out.
No.
Sam came out busting the air. I got the call to come bail him out. Come to find out that was a play.
Now, a year ago, you were saying that you got the call to bail him out, and you found out that it was a play. This year, you're saying that you ended up having to bail him out. It's hard to keep up with all these Flu, Flammery, Skullduggery, and Larson's lies you be telling, Big Dog, but let's continue this Back on Fig flashback.
Yeah, so basically, let's get this straight. So, Nip had an altercation with him in the studio or whatever. Big U was like, "Is this song about me?" He was like, "Yeah, it's about you, cuz." So Big U threw the water bottle at him, right? So he was like, "We're gonna have to go downstairs and get down," right? So they in the middle of the street, and Nip kept just bouncing around. You get what I'm saying? Not trying to get hit or whatever, trying to fire on him. So he was like, "All right, cuz, I'm gonna have like my little homies come because nigga, I don't have to win for this, right?" So the next day, TD and them came and he was just doing some bullshit or whatever like that. So they try to come. Big U tell Nip, get in the car. You gonna go on Bryanhurst and you gonna get down, right? BLACC SAM like, you ain't taking my brother nowhere. You get what I'm saying? And he tried to pull him out the car. When he tried to pull him out the car or whatever like that, Nip looked over and he was like, "Listen, long as you don't, me, we good." So he was like, "No." So Fats, right? My homie Fats.
You talking about another situation?
I'm talking about the same situation.
The situation that's happened is when BLACC SAM busts in the air.
No, he did bust in the air, but he.
Now, Loose Cannon is just a simple buffoon, but you notice how Wack is trying to cut him off and stop him, as Loose Cannon is telling his account of what happened at a situation where he wasn't even actually there, but Wack is saying he is, so who really knows? But you see that Wack is trying to stop Loose Cannon because he's finna tell a conflicting story with whatever BS narrative Wack is trying to push. But let's keep it going.
Big U tried to fire on Fats.
Fats put him on his pockets.
And then Fats put him on his pockets.
I got a call on that one.
He put him on his pockets, right? So, Fats is like 5'4", but he was stocky. You get what I'm saying? So he put him on his pockets. They try to rush Nip. You get what I'm saying? Like Paul, right? And so BLACC SAM busts in the air. When he busts in the air, Big Useless had the police already watching. They come there 30 seconds, right? That's how
we don't even know till BLACC SAM and the other dude from 40s tell us when we started exposing, they said, "Bro, Wack, you know that night when that thing happened, when the police came, Big U flashed something and started directing the police." And we're like, "What you mean?" This is before we learn about the community leader and the grit. Like, we dumb to the fact.
Yeah.
He didn't see what he didn't see, and I'm like, so when we start reading in depth, and we brought that dude store, I said, "Bro, come." He like, "Wack, once dude flashed the badge, and I'm finna take y'all somewhere." At that point in time, he's a peace officer.
So according to WACK and his just ridiculous lies, last year he was in communication with BLACC SAM. You know, that's his fluflamery. That's what he's saying. And BLACC SAM was telling him that, you know, apparently Big U flashed a badge and set him up to be arrested. And this year it's, oh, now I need to see the paperwork for that exact same event. And keep in mind, all the while last year you were sitting next to Loose Cannon, who's speaking about the event as if he was there. This man can't keep up with his own lies. This is insane. But let's take it back to it.
No, bro, listen to me, bro. Do not get it up. Them niggas was petrified of Big U. Do not get this. Nipsey, the only nigga show some heart was Fats. Only nigga show some heart.
So, if we don't learn anything from this situation, we learn this. It's hard to believe what WACK100 has to say about any of these situations because you see him over here, you see him over there, you see him going left, you see him going right, you see him going up, you see him going down, and all the way around in a circle with so many contradicting and so many conflicting stories, chains of events. He'll sit next to this person when they're telling this story, he'll co-sign it to make it seem like it's the truth, to push a narrative. He'll sit next to that person, make it seem like they're telling the truth, to push a narrative, and then come back by himself and then push an entirely different narrative because it seems like he's having a really hard time keeping up with his plethora of lies that he tells all around these YouTube streets. But with that all being said, man, I'm Rich Trapper signing out. This has been another Benjamin Trappington investigative report. We about to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. You know the rest. Go.
Man, protest the ass, man. We on the ass, protest the ass at our best. You know that, man. Off the air. You know what I'm saying? We out here, ground zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continues. Mr. Bunker right here, live in the flesh. We out here, man. Trap knows. You know that, nigga.
Dangerous. Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell it. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's never outside, nigga.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know what enemies intention. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.